Welcome everyone. Today I will discuss about biopharmaceutical classification systems of drugs, that is BCS. What is BCS? It is the biopharmaceutical classification system. It was introduced by Amidon et al. In 1995. The biopharmaceutical classification system is a scientific framework for classifying a drug based on its aqueous solubility, intestinal permeability, and dissolution rate. So it is clear that two important parameters, that is solubility and permeability, is the basis of biopharmaceutical classification system. To save time, fast screening is required. So drug substances are classified on basis of solubility and permeability. This classification is called biopharmaceutical classification system. Now, what are the objectives of BCS? To identify situation that might allow in vitro dissolution along with the solubility and permeability of the drug. It predicts in vivo performance of drug products from in vitro measurement of permeability and solubility. It means that in vivo performance of the drug products is easily predicted from the in vitro results of permeability and solubility. To recommend a class of immediate release solid dosage form for which bioequivalence may be assessed based on its in vitro dissolution test. To improve the efficiency of drug development and the review process by recommending a strategy for identifying expandable clinical bioequivalence test. These are the objectives of BCS. This is the classification of biopharmaceutical system. These are of four types: class 1 drug, class 2 drug, class 3 and class 4 drug. In class 1 drug, it has high solubility, high permeability. Low solubility and high permeability is found in class 2 drugs. High solubility and low permeability is found in class 3 drug. And class 4 drugs has low solubility and low permeability. Now, what are the factors affecting BCS? There are three factors: solubility, permeability and dissolution. The biopharmaceutical classification system has been developed to provide a scientific approach to allow for the prediction in vivo pharmacokinetics of oral immediate release drug product. Now the topic is solubility. The maximum amount of solute dissolved in a given solvent under standard conditions of temperature, pressure and pH. Solubility is the ability of a drug to be solution after dissolution. The higher single unit dose is completely soluble in 250 ml at pH 1 to 6.8 at a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. Next is permeability. Permeability of the drug to pass the biological membrane, which is the lipophilic. We know that lipophilic nature of the drug can easily permeate the biological membrane. Permeability is indirectly based on the extent of absorptions of the drug substances. Drug substances is considered to be highly permeable when the extent of absorptions in human determined to be 90% or more of administered drug or compared to in vivo reference dose. Next is dissolution. It is process in which solid substances solubilizes in given solvent, that is mass transfer from solid surface to liquid phase using USP apparatus 1 at 100 rpm or USP apparatus 2 at 50 rpm. Dissolution media volume is 900 ml. Three types of dissolution media can be used for dissolution. First one is 0.1 normal HCl or simulated gastric fluid, that is SGF, at a pH of 1.2 without enzymes, or pH 4.5 buffer and pH 6.8 buffer. And third media is the simulated intestinal fluid, that is SIF without enzyme. Next is class 1 drugs. It has few characteristics. These are ideal for oral administration, drug absorbed rapidly, drug dissolved rapidly, rapid therapeutic action can be achieved, bioavailability problem not expected for immediate release drug product. Few examples of class 1 drugs are metoprolol, propranolol, diltiazem. These three drugs are used as hypotensive agent. Next is class 2 drugs. It has few characteristics like it can be given in oral route, drug absorption occurs rapidly, drug dissolves slowly, bioavailability is controlled by dosage form, and rate of release of the drug substances. Examples are nifedipine and naproxen, and many more drugs are there coming under class 2. Next is class 3 drug. Oral route for administration, drug absorption is limited, drug dissolves rapidly, bioavailability is incomplete if drug is not released or dissolved in absorption window. These are the characteristics of class 3 drug. Examples are cimetidine, metformin, insulin, etc. Class 4 drug. It is poorly absorbed by oral administration. Both solubility and permeability limitations are there. Low dissolution rate, slow or low therapeutic action, and it is an alternative route of administration may be needed. Examples are Taxol, chlorothiazole, cefixime trihydrate, etc. Some important definitions are there. These are absorption number, dose number, dissolution number, bioavailability, bioequivalence, biowaiver, etc. Now, what is absorption number? It is the ratio of effective permeability and gut radius times the residence time in the small intestine, which can be written as the ratio of residence time and absorptive time. The expression is AN, that is absorption number, equals to P EFF, that is effective permeability, divided by R, that is gut radius, into TGI, that is residence time, gastrointestinal residence time. It can also be expressed as the ratio of TGI divided by TABS. TGI is the residence time in the gastrointestinal tract divided by absorptive time, that is TABS. Now, what is dose number? It is the function of solubility of drug substances, and it can be expressed as d0 or do equals to d by v water divided by cs, where d is the highest dose unit, v water equivalent to 250 ml, and cs is the solubility. Next is dissolution number, that is dn. It is the ratio of mean residence time to the dissolution time, which includes solubility, diffusivity, density, and the initial particle radius. It can be expressed as dn equals to 3d divided by r square into cs divided by rho into tgi. It can also be expressed as tgi divided by t diss, where d is the diffusivity, r is the particle radius, cs is the solubility, rho is the density, tgi is the gastrointestinal residence time, and t diss is the dissolution time. Next terminology is highly soluble. A drug substance is considered to be highly soluble when the highest dose strength is soluble in less than 250 ml of water over a pH range of 1 to 7.5. Next terminology is highly permeable. A drug substance is considered highly permeable when the extent of absorption in humans is determined to be more than equals to 90% of an administered dose based on mass balance comparison to an intravenous reference dose. Next terminology is rapidly dissolving. A drug product is considered to be rapidly dissolving when more than equals to 85% of the leveled amount of drug substances dissolves within 30 minutes using USP apparatus 1 or 2, that is USP apparatus basket type or paddle type, in a volume of less than equals to 900 ml buffer solution. Next is bioavailability. It is defined as the rate and extent to which the active ingredient or active moiety is absorbed from a drug product and becomes available at the site of action. Next is bioequivalence. Two products are bioequivalent if they are pharmaceutically equivalent or both rate and extent after administration in the same molar dose are similar to such a degree that their effects can be expected to be essentially the same. It means two products are there. These are made from two different companies. They are same dosage form, administered through same route, and if they produce same rate and extent, then they may be considered as bioequivalent product. Next is biowaiver. It is an exemption granted by US FDA, that is United States Food, Drug and Administration, from conducting human bioequivalence studies when the active ingredients meet certain solubility and permeability criteria in vitro, and when the dissolution profile of the dosage form meets the requirement for an immediate release dosage form. This is BioWaiver. These are the references. Thank you for watching. If you not subscribe this channel yet, please subscribe.